The biosphere. Biosphere. All life on Earth and all part of the Earth in which life exists, including land, water, and the atmosphere, are called a biosphere. The biosphere is composed of biomes. Biomes are composed of ecosystems. Ecosystems are composed by community. Community is composed by population, and population is composed by species. Environments. The environment divides into parts. Biotic factors, that are the ones that contain life in the environment. For example, dogs, trees, fishes, etc. And the abiotic factors, that are the ones that don't contain life and conform the environment. For example, temperature, humidity, sunlight, etc. Ecological methods. They consist on 3 steps. The first one is observation, that consists on asking ecological questions and make simple observations about them. Then we have experimentation, that is used to test hypotheses. And at last we have modeling, which is based on the data recollected. It creates a model of the results of these. Energy producers and consumers. All organisms need energy to grow, reproduce, and for their own metabolic process. The ones which create the energy are known as autotrophs or primary producers. This process can divide into photosynthesis, which uses the sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create energy, or in chemical energy, which uses carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, and oxygen to create energy. Consumers. The organisms that consume primary producers are known as heterotrophs or consumers. They divide in 6. Carnivores, which eat only meat, herbivores, which eat plants, seeds, and fruits. Scavengers, which eat the carcass of animals. Omnivores, which consume both plants and animals. Decomposers, which feed by chemical breaking down organic matter, and detritivores, which feed on detritus particles by chewing them into smaller pieces. Energy flow. For the flow of energy on an ecosystem, we use a series of steps in which organisms transfer energy by eating and being eaten, which is called food chain. But if animals can consume more than one species, the food chain converts into a food web, which is a bigger representation of energy transference with more species. These divide in primary producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, etc. Food web disturbances. If in a food web an increment of species or the death of some species cause a disturbance, it can make that other species get extinguished or to overpopulate, and then finish without food. Trophic level and ecological pyramids. Each level in a food chain or food web is called a trophic level. With an ecological pyramid, we can show the relative amount of energy or matter contained within each trophic level given in food chain or food web. The total amount of living tissues within a given trophic level is called its biomass. Recycling in the biosphere. Elements pass from one organism to another and among parts of the biosphere through closed loops called biogeochemical cycles. This involves 4 processes: biological process, that is from the natural process; geological process, which includes volcanic and formation of rocks; chemical and physical process, which includes the formation of clouds and precipitation; and human activity, which include burning fossil fuels, manufacture, and use of fertilizers. The cycle. The water cycle It is in which the water evaporates, precipitates, and condenses. The nutrient cycle is in which the energy passes from an organism to another one. The carbon cycle, in which it shows the movement of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The nitrogen cycle, in which shows how nitrogen travels around the atmosphere.